Hello everyone. How are you all doing today? So far, no lawmakers have opposed a fourth round of stimulus checks. That is really great news. There is definitely progress being made. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's office recently published a series of blog posts. The posts showcase positive news coverage of the $1.9 trillion stimulus relief plan. Lawmakers are now seeing the great impact stimulus checks have on struggling Americans right now. If data is showing that another round of stimulus payments will help the U.S. economy recover, it is likely that Democratic and Republican lawmakers will want to pass more relief soon. President Joe Biden's American Rescue Plan was signed into law on March 11. The relief bill did not pass with any Republican support at all. This Saturday, House Speaker Pelosi's office said in a blog post, "Republicans are desperately trying to change the subject, but American Rescue Plan relief is front-page news across Republican-held congressional districts. It is clear that millions of Americans are benefiting from the third round of stimulus checks. Before the third stimulus relief package was passed, many Republican lawmakers opposed a third round of stimulus payments, claiming Americans did not need any more relief. A grand total of 159 million third stimulus payments have been sent out from the IRS since March 11th. But many Americans will continue to financially struggle if lawmakers do not pass more relief soon. According to U.S. Census Bureau data collected in March 2021, nearly 30% of Americans came up short when trying to cover household expenses. Direct stimulus payments have helped suppress poverty in the U.S. In fact, a report from the Urban Brookings Tax Policy Center has shown that a fourth stimulus check alone would help about 7 million Americans out poverty in 2021. All lawmakers have to do is include a fourth stimulus check into President Biden's new infrastructure plan. The recently told CNBC, housing instability and food insecurity remain concerns for many, and an additional payment could help with both. Studies on how other economic impact payments were spent indicate people spent the money on necessities like food, housing, and bills. Well, Joe Biden has been discussing a potential $3 trillion spending bill for 2021. The new stimulus bill would focus on helping the economy recover and repairing the country's infrastructure that has been fractured. A large amount of lawmakers, including a group of 21 Democratic senators who recently sent a letter to President Joe Biden, are asking the president to approve recurring direct payments and automatic unemployment insurance extensions as part of a 2021 stimulus package. In addition, 2 months before the American Rescue Plan was signed into law, 53 House Democrats sent a letter to Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris asking for recurring stimulus checks until the economy completely recovers. According to published reports, there are now 74 lawmakers who have joined the push for a fourth stimulus package. House Representative Rashida Tlaib recently reintroduced legislation that would provide payments of $2,000 to every American as a relief measure. Tlaib said in a press release, she was announcing the Automatic Boost to Communities Act, which she has reintroduced along with Democratic House Representative Pramila Jayapal. In the last year of this global pandemic, we have seen corporations and CEOs reap the benefits of payouts and soaring profits, while everyday workers, low-income people and families across the country have been left scraped by without any recurring, aggressive, and inclusive financial assistance from our federal government. If the ABC Act were passed, the Treasury Department would cut every American a $2,000 check, followed by a monthly unconditional basic income payment of $1,000 for 1 year after the end of the pandemic. That would be so amazing and helpful to so many Americans. What are your thoughts on Representative Jayapal's proposal? Leave them in the comments below. According to a recent poll by the Data for Progress, 66% of respondents prefer to receive recurring $2,000 payments until the president ends the federal state of emergency. I strongly support recurring direct stimulus payments for Americans as well. It is possible that lawmakers will either add a one-time stimulus payment into the infrastructure plan or recurring monthly stimulus checks. Both will greatly help the American people right now. Advocates representing working families and small businesses support Tlaib's and Jayapal's measure as necessary help for Americans who can't survive without continued economic support. Economic Security Project co-chair Natalie Foster said the ABC Act was a critical lifeline for those the recovery is leaving behind. I truly hope lawmakers take more action for the American people soon. If you have any questions in the comments below. That is the end of the video, everyone. I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure to enter the $75 Amazon gift card giveaway by subscribing to my channel, liking this video, sharing this video, and commenting below.
good afternoon. The Prime Minister's brought the sun out, so we can do about anything. Mr. Prime Minister, thank you for being here. It's been my pleasure to welcome Prime Minister Suga to the White House. This is our first in-person meeting here, the first head of state that I've asked in my administration to come to the White House. Yoshi, thank you for making the long trip to Washington. We've already met several times virtually at a G7 meeting and the Quad Leaders Summit, but I greatly appreciate the chance to spend time with you in person and to exchange our ideas face to face. There's no substitute for face-to-face discussions. We are still taking COVID precautions, being careful, but our commitment to meet in person is indicative of the importance, the value we both place on this relationship between Japan and the United States, this partnership. We had a very productive discussions today. When nations as close as ours get together, we always look for operations and opportunities to do more. And today was no exception. So Yoshi, you'll probably be seeing a lot more of me in the future. Today, Prime Minister Suga and I affirmed our ironclad support for U.S.-Japanese alliance and for our shared security. We committed to working together to take on the challenges from China and on issues like the East China Sea, the South China Sea, as well as North Korea, to ensure a future of a free and open Indo-Pacific. Japan and the United States are two strong democracies in the region, and we're committed to defending and advancing our shared values, including human rights and the rule of law. We're going to work together to prove that democracies can still compete and win in the 21st century. We can deliver for our people in the face of a rapidly changing world. So today, we're announcing a new competitive and reliance partnership, CORE, between Japan and the United States that will enhance our ability to meet the pressing challenges of our time, together meet those challenges. Top of our agenda is, of course, getting the pandemic under control and helping our friends and neighbors throughout the Indo-Pacific region to recover. Earlier this year, we, together with India and Australia, launched the landmark Quad Vaccine Partnership to expand the manufacturing of COVID-19 vaccines and assist countries throughout the region with vaccination efforts. And we agreed to enhance our support for global vaccination efforts through the